Hi all, this is my second presentation of synchronization session of the subject operating system. In this presentation, I have selected a topic of deadlocks, its causes and preventions, and recommended technique how to remove the deadlock. So let's do one by one. First of all, I have to share and present some definitions of the deadlocks, and these definitions with references you can find in my paper in detail. Here it is just bulleted definitions and important points I want to discuss. Deadlock is a situation in a computing where two or more processes are unable to proceed because each is waiting for the other to release resources, and it's quite commonly happen. The key concept include mutual exclusion, resource holding, circular weight, and no preemption. Consider a practical example. When two trains are coming towards each other on the same track and there is only one track, none of the trains can move once they are in front of each other. Deadlock is an infinite process. It means that once a process goes into deadlock, it will never come out of the loop and the process will enter for an indefinite amount of time. There are only detection, resolution, and prevention techniques, but there are no deadlock stopping techniques. That's important. Conditions for deadlocks. A deadlock occurs, there is another definition, when a set of processes are blocked indefinitely, each waiting for the resource held by another process in the set. So there are some definitions. What is the deadlock? My next slide discuss the deadlocks conditions. There are four conditions must be present simultaneously for a deadlock to occur. Number one is mutual exclusion, no preemption, circular weight, hold and wait. Four conditions must be present simultaneously for a deadlock to occur, which means to present deadlock, one of these conditions must be eliminated if this situation is happening. The most practical condition to remove is hold and wait. Here's why. Number one, mutual exclusion. This condition implies when resources are exclusive to one process at a time. Eliminating it means allowing multiple processes to access the same resources simultaneously, which can lead to a data corruption, definitely, and other issues if not designed carefully. Mutual exclusion implies only one process can be inside in the critical section at any time. If other process need to execute in their critical sections, they must wait until it's free. No preemption. This condition means a resource cannot be forcibly taken away from a process. Eliminating it would allow the operating system to take resources from a resource process that is holding it and give it to another waiting process. This could interrupt the first process execution and potentially lead to unexpected behavior. Number third, circular wait. This condition implies a chain of processes when each is waiting for a resource held by the next process in the chain, creating a circular dependency. Eliminating this condition involves either preventing process from requesting resources held by others, or forcing them to release all held resources before requesting new ones, which can be implemented using resource ordering. Number four, hold and wait. Hold and wait is a condition in which a process is holding one resource while simultaneously waiting for another resource that is being held by another process. This process cannot continue till it gets all the required resources. And this condition means a process holds at least one resource and is waiting for another. Eliminating it can be done by requiring a process to request all needed resources at once before being allocated any. If a resource isn't available, the process waits until all requested resources are available. While this might lead to longer wait times for individual process, it prevents the circular dependency that leads to deadlock. So these are the 4 deadlock conditions. Now go to the next slide, deadlock prevention. These are also 4 I have to discuss here. Number 1 is lock ordering. Define a global order in which resources must be acquired and release them in the same order. This strategy ensures that all threads acquire resources in a consistent sequence, eliminating the circular wait condition, one of the conditions necessary for a deadlock to occur. Timeouts. Implement a timeout mechanism where a thread will give up waiting for a resource after the specified period. The thread can then retry or take an alternative action. Resource allocation graph. Maintain a resource allocation graph that tracks resources allocation and request information. Detect cycles in a graph to identify potential deadlocks. Number 4, use high level of concurrency utilities. Java provides high level concurrency utilities like Java utility concurrent classes that manage resources and synchronization in more controlled way, reducing the risks of deadlocks. Anyway, maybe it could be more, but I discussed here only 4. Finally, as in our assignment, so what would be the recommended prevention approach? So it would be, for my opinion, hold and wait. And the reason is the most practical condition to eliminate for deadlock prevention is hold and wait. This can be achieved by requiring process to request all needed resources simultaneously, or by using resource ordering, which allows for more efficient resource allocation compared to other methods. And finally, I have provided some references, and finally, I'm thankful to all of you, and especially our professor. Thanks again.